Hello all, and welcome back to another summary for our Iron Hearts campaign, A Mask the New Generation game. So, we opened up with the team working hard over a couple days, fixing up the rec center that they had been given the key to by the mirror. Meanwhile, Protean had developed their own island in the middle of the river, blockading some ships and industrial works of the city itself near the Iron District. A gentleman, a Golden Age superhero by the name of Robert, tried to interact with Protean, trying to convince him to, put this place away. Maybe this isn't the best way to act out, and tried to bring him back into the fold. Upon returning, Robert ran into Sarah, who was very excited to meet a Golden Age hero, accidentally crushing his hand a little during the discussion. And as Protean came in and began to accuse the team of betrayal and such, and they tried to make their point clear that they have to work within the system and, not create enemies, Mastermind started to become overwhelmed with the argument and headed off, while Alley Cat had to make it to a dance class for their kind of mundane responsibilities. While Mastermind was out and about, she ran into a young lady who was carrying a backpack and dressed pretty upper end for this part of the city, the Iron Heart District being a poor part of Halcyon City and not seeing a whole lot of wealth on the street outside very few select places. Mastermind gave her directions to Kale Street and she headed off. It wasn't long after that Sarandel managed to catch up with Mastermind and have a bit of a talk. And it was at that moment that there was an explosion in the streets, a few blocks away. The team escaped their responsibilities and situations and made their way there, encountering a villain known as Eclipse. At least that was their original assumption. As they fought against Eclipse and disabled her suit, they realized the suit was what was keeping her powers from harming others. She seemed panicked and uncertain of what was going on, claiming that she was fighting aliens a second ago, and now she's here. The group looked at the explosion on the third floor, and after hearing Eclipse's stories, decided to get Rebecca, Eclipse's true name, out of the situation. As the police began to show up and start rallying people, and a hero from outside the district began to approach, Protean and Sarandel tried to decide what to do with this woman. Protean wanted to launch this Rebecca into her own orbit and planet and self-sustain asteroid, and Sarandel did their darndest to convince Protean this was not a great idea. Meanwhile, the others encountered a arriving super from Aegis, who was curious to help, though the police tried to explain to the young superhero team that they had every right to wrap up the situation as things seemed to be handled. And it was during this debate that Sarandel had to rescue Rebecca and brought her back to the situation, uncertain how to deal with this. And that's where we're going to end off with the summary tonight, everyone. I'll see you all tonight, and we will wrap up what happened at the ending. Hope everyone had a great week, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.